What's going on, everyone? Scott here. Welcome back to the channel. So, Michigan State basketball continues their non-conference schedule, heading down to Little Caesars Arena in Detroit to play the Oakland Golden Grizzlies here on Saturday, the 20th at 12 o'clock on BTN. Now, for Michigan State, again, I'll kind of say this. If you watch the Toledo preview or Penn State preview as well or whatnot, you know that this is very pre-recorded. This is over a week pre-recorded for this game, so don't know the results for Michigan State, for the Penn State game, for the Toledo game. And for Oakland, don't know the result for Northern Iowa and Northern Kentucky that they will play, the both teams will play prior to this game. But we're going to do our best to kind of just talk about Oakland a little bit, what we can kind of expect in this game coming up here at Little Caesars Arena here on Saturday the 20th. But for Michigan State, we talked about where they're at right now. At the time of recording, still ninth in the country. Don't know what will happen, after this weekend against Penn State. But Michigan State, ninth in the country overall. Oakland, so far in the year, 5-5 overall. Obviously, there's 2 games remaining for Oakland before this game. But, they've had a really tough schedule. I mean, probably the toughest beginning schedule you can possibly get. They opened the year at that school down the road. They lost 121-78 there. They lost then again at number 1 ranked Purdue, 87-77. That was a close game late. Purdue just pulled away the last couple minutes, and then went to Houston as well, which then was ranked the number 1 team in the country, 78-45. Absolutely gauntlet of an opening week or so for Oakland. Overall, their 5 wins, though: Defiance, Lamar, Montana, Purdue, Fort Wayne, and then they did beat Toledo, who is Michigan State's previous opponent before this one. That was definitely a barn burner, though, 98-97. So before we do jump into this one, if you could just hit that like and subscribe button down there. We'll have more Michigan State basketball content on the channel, so just make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video. So looking at Oakland, this is one of my favorite games every year. I love this tradition, whether it's in the Breslin Center, whether it's at LCA. Tom Izzo, Greg Campy, probably my favorite coach that's not named Tom Izzo in the country. Just how authentic he is, how long he's been doing it, and consistently, he's been doing it there, and what you can kind of expect from his team. And, you can kind of see that again with his team this year, and we'll get into that here. But led by guard Brody Robinson, about 17 points a game, 6 assists as well, shooting at about 40% from 3 as well. Very impressive so far early on this year. Michael Hogg, or Hugh, sorry if I mispronounced that wrong, but he averages about 16 as well, 5 rebounds on the year. Isaiah Garrett on the wing for them, their leading rebounder, but he had 16 points as well with his 6 rebounds, should I say? I apologize. Tuburu Navalura, 14 points, 6 rebounds. Zaire Wells, 10 points and about 5 rebounds as well. So you look at them as a team, and this is probably the highest scoring team. Obviously, each team is different schedule-wise. We talked about Oakland playing a very tough schedule, but overall, about 86 points per game on the year. So that's almost 10 more points than Michigan State averages, but obviously different schedules here. So far, 34 rebounds a game. So that's, a little bit less than where Michigan State is at, about 7 or 8 less than where Michigan State averages at this time. But, that's, solid overall. 16 assists, 7 steals a game. That's very impressive overall. 3.5, about 4 blocks a game. Turned over about 10 times, 49% from the field. Impressive. 74% from the free throw line, and then 36% from 3, which you can definitely expect. And overall, again, you can expect good guard play when you play a Greg Campy team and Oakland. And same thing this year. And overall, not fairly tall, so I expect to kind of go in the paint in this one. Jackson Kohler, Carson Cooper, we saw the type of game they had against, a very good, Cameron Boozer and Duke. They're big, bigs there, forwards, centers there. But Nate Deere for them, 6'10 overall. They have, 6'9, 6'8, 6'7. So overall, not a huge team, and you kind of see that with only averaging, about 3 or 4 blocks a game. But overall, solid. But they're going to shoot the ball well. They're going to play tough, and Oakland always plays this game tough, and you credit that to Greg Campy. This one is almost always a tight game, no matter the year. Now, when you look at Oakland overall, on Bart Torvik has them as the number 157th team in the country overall, 68th adjusted efficiency offense, solid there, but 325th adjusted efficiency defense. So obviously kind of same boat as Oakland. Solid offensive team, a bottom third defensive team overall in the country. And turnover percentage, offensive turnover percentage, they're 12th in the country. They, don't really turn it over a lot, as we said, about 10 turnovers a game, which is, about a turnover less than where Michigan State is at on the year. But 12th in the country turnover percentage. They don't force a lot, though. They're 332nd defensively turnover percentage. And that kind of ties into their lower defensive adjusted efficiency rating, but they do kind of push the ball decently well. 41st in adjusted tempo overall. And when we look at Michigan State, obviously this will kind of be the same, obviously, with recording this early. Don't know where things will be at by the time this game gets here, but Michigan State on Bartorvik, 9th in the country overall. 34th adjusted efficiency offense, 3rd adjusted efficiency defense, still 2nd in assist rate. So kind of as I said in this one, the guard play, so defensively on the guards and wings in this one, I think will be key against a Greg Campy team, especially that can shoot the ball well. So watch the 3 ball in this one, but then get Jackson Kohler, Carson Cooper, get them kind of rolling. I like to see Jesse McCullough as well, kind of in these non-conference games as well. We've seen some stuff from him, but we've also seen some stuff that needs to be worked on in this one. So kind of like to just see him continue to develop in these couple non-conference games. And in this one that I think that, Michigan State could have the advantage, down low in the paint, but, you don't want to be trading 3s for 2s. So, you got to get out and force those turnovers and get out, defend, rebound, run, and get you that lead so you can continue to go down in the paint and kind of just, kind of work you down, I guess, if you will, down low and, get the bigs involved. I want this to be a big oriented game, I guess, if you will, down at Little Caesars Arena. But Bartorvik has this as a 86-67 Michigan State win. So after this one, Michigan State has Cornell at home. After this one, they have 9 days off as well before they play Cornell and then head to Nebraska after the new year. So for Michigan State to kind of finish this one out. And, put yourself in a good position to have 9 days off for Christmas, kind of get everything feeling good, right, and whatnot. But, one more game in the non-conference before you get back going in the Big Ten for the rest of the season. But anyway, that'll do it for this one. Now, obviously, this one, this is way peep behind the curtain. This is a game that is being played on the day that I am coming back from my vacation that I have been gone for about a week. So I don't know if we'll have recaps up for Penn State and Toledo during the week. That's what I'm hoping for, but also, as I kind of mentioned before, we'll be in the middle of the ocean, so don't know how well that will go over getting a short video up. If not, we'll have a recap for this game up afterwards, and if we don't get to talk about the other 2 games, we'll talk about those 2 games as well, so 3 games is total when we get back here this weekend. But anyway, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.